So I want to kill myself because my mom is unable to pay for my school fees. And my mom is in debt. If I kill myself, my mom will be freed.
Relieved. Mayazi usitoti wena.
Ngathatha red poison,
Hayi Nomonde man.
sprinkled it on bread. I will never forget the sensation of the red poison as my teeth was crushing it, and the taste was horrible and I wanted to come back. Yo, I vomited for like a good 3 days. My second suicide attempt was when I was 17. That's painkillers, a concoction of painkillers. That's a concoction of painkillers. So now I am high and I'm like, oh flip, these pills have gotten me to lose my mind. This person struggled with suicidal thoughts.
Don't you ever give up.
Hello everyone, Ninjani Makaya. I hope everyone is good today, man. I'm good this side. Yeah, man. So today, guys, I'm not rolling solo. Today is a solo, it's a guest episode. Yes, man. We have a beautiful lady with us today. Igama lakhe nguMiss Nomonde Mlotshwa, aka her stage name is Nomonde Sky. Yes. So this is who we have, man, here today. So normally after I introduce my guest, I read the profile, right? But because she's got a very long profile, the one that she sent me, I said, you know what? I didn't have much time to go through your stuff because you've got an impressive resume already. So please do me a favor and just give us your profile yourself instead of me butchering it, guys. So I just want to be fair, right? So with that being said, ma'am, I would like you to kindly introduce yourself, right? Tell us where you were born, your upbringing, stuff like that, and then give us that profile.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So hi everyone, and thank you so much for having me here.
Yes.
What a gorgeous way to start there. And I was fighting this whole thing of having to introduce myself, because immediately when someone says tell us more about yourself, you're like, Konje, who am I? But I am Nomonde Mlotshwa. I see research has been done because my surname is not really flying high out there, but I am born Nomonde Mlotshwa, stage name Nomonde Sky, born and bred in Tembisa. And I am a lover of word. I'm a lover of all things art. I'm a lover of love. I'm a lover of peace. I am a poet, a writer, an artist, and I've done a lot of stuff. But most of it you can definitely find on the internet, on all my profiles. I have performed in Kenya, Zimbabwe, various parts of South Africa, Namibia also. Done a lot of collaborative work. And you may hear my voice on certain podcasts as outros and intros. I'm not going to say what podcasts those are, but I've done some incredible stuff. Also MC work I have been doing. Just to cut it short, because if we go on in length, we're not going to finish anytime soon. I'm that person.
Yes, wow. Oh, man, thank you so much. That's a nice intro, a nice profile. Clearly, you have done well for yourself. But one more request from your side. It will be unfair to me if I don't ask you to do this for me. And I've already asked you to do it before the show. I'm saying this to say, for the people that have no idea, of who you are, I know you've got a huge following. And I mean, man, this is how you captivated me. This is how you captured my attention just by using this one line. Those who follow you, they know exactly what I'm referring to.
Yep.
So can you do it for those who don't know?
For those who don't know.
For those who don't know, yes. Yeah, mama.
Ngiyathembia phela.
So ngiyatatazela already ngiyatekateka, but I know what to expect. And this is what you did, man. The first time I saw one of your clips, that's exactly how I got captured, and I believe your followers can agree with me, right? Yes, you have that thing, man, that presence. Even if it's through a video, but you have that presence. You know how to capture people. So without wasting time, ma'am, and first of all, let me thank you for embracing our show.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for seeing the value in what you are doing, right? Thank you for that. Thank you for making time for us. So I'm gonna jump right straight into my first question. My first question says, to me, it seems you have found your calling. I'm right about that, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to know, where did your love for poetry come from, and when did you decide to pursue it?
So what I've come to realize now that I'm older, especially with our childhood, we forget certain things that happen. But I just remembered that my mom used to have sticky notes of like certain quotes that she liked, and she'd have diaries where she'd write things down. Like she was always that person. And Sundays meant Metro FM, listening to Uput Wilson being Gosi and those poetic thingamabob sessions that he would read out. And my mom was kind of in love with that. So it is safe to say it was without really realizing until a later stage.
Yes.
So it only got to me when I was watching an episode of Before the Fame, if I'm not mistaken, with Debo Mashide, and she was explaining how she got into the whole poetic world. And I believe I was in grade 8 at the time.
Label, I see. Label, yes.
And that's when I wrote my first poem. Little did I know that little poem would actually grow into something else later on during that year. So it grew into rap. So now here I am. I'm this girl in high school, and I am battling all the MCs.
Yes, the boys.
The boys,
yes.
So in my head, I've chucked poetry away. Although, yes, we do have poetry sessions at school, and I was never one of those athletic children. It was my mind that was always running and racing. My body, no, I couldn't. I tried netball for a day and I failed. Tried volleyball and I failed.
Yes.
So now I'm busy with the whole rap thing. And it's the one thing that I think, oh, this can work. But at the back of my mind, I'm like, I just want to be a radio personality. So understand that I've chucked poetry away twice now. Once for rap, and the second time when I'm like, no, I want to be a radio personality when I grow up. Only to find that after high school, I woke up one day and I couldn't rap anymore.
Why?
I have no idea.
The lyrics were not coming.
They were not.
Sure.
Because I could just literally bust lines out of nothing. And I wasn't one of those rappers that would, write down and whatever. So I was a freestyler.
Oh, okay.
And understand that I was a battle cat. So it was more about battling.
Okay.
So I woke up one day and it's like, and I'm like, it's gone. But now the poetry came back in full force. So it said to me, I'll give you a time to have fun with whatever it is you're doing. But when I am ready to come back into your life, there is no way you will say no. And ever since the year 2014, I never looked back.
Wow. And this is just before you go to university, because you said just after high school.
Just after high school.
Yes, just before you.
Just after high school, and I did not go to university. So just after high school, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I want to be a rapper, but I also want to be a radio personality. I'm out there auditioning. You know, when you sit down in these interviews and they're giving you this thing, you're always saying, oh man, you're almost there. We'll call you back, and they never call you back. And then it goes back to God kind of saying, what were you born with? What can you use? You know, everything that you need in your life is not outside. It's already within you. So now I had to look within, and poetry was there. And ever since then, I never looked back.
Okay. I just want to follow up on I didn't go to tertiary. Was that by choice? We know you've already discovered this talent, this poetry thing, right?
Yeah.
But not going to university, was it by choice, since you've discovered you already know who you are?
Yeah.
Or, yes, you know who you are, but you had plans of doing some course. So was it by choice not going to university?
Yeah.
Or was it maybe another reason?
In the beginning, it was not by choice. It was, the financial situation of everything was just not allowing. And then later on, when I did have the ability to go to varsity, I just didn't know what I wanted to study. I was like, I'm scared of now letting go of the poetry for something else, but at the same time, I would like to equip myself. But I was like, nah, let me just chill and see what poetry does. but it is definitely something I'm looking to go into in the near future.
Wow. Sure. Hey, you really bet on yourself, eh?
Yeah.
So that leads me to my next question. And I say here, when you work on your purpose, because that is your purpose, right? When you're using your gift is a tool that you use to pursue your purpose.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So when you work on your purpose, you are bound to face opposition.
True.
Right? Now, I want to know, how do you deal with naysayers, doubters, or non-believers? Here you are saying, nah, university, nah, not so much, right? Poetry, man, what is this poetry? Plus, there's not so much of high profile, if I may say, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, in terms of poetry. Like poetry, yes, people there, except for Abolebu, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that much of a big industry, right? Compared to maybe your music genres and all these things, your rap, right?
Yeah.
So here you are. So, of course, you are going to have people who are going to downplay what you are saying, downplay your dreams. So how do you deal with that kind of opposition? How do you deal with naysayers and doubters?
Crazy enough, as you're asking me that, I'm trying to replay in my head all the naysayers that I may have come across or people that may have doubted. And I think the biggest being that was doubting themselves was me. Anyone else in my life, whenever I would say maybe recite a poem to or write a piece and they would read it, they never came to me and they were like, nah, just sit down, don't do this. No, it was always me. I was always like, am I sure I want to do this? Because, you're just seeing one step, you're not seeing where it's going to go, So it was always me, scared, but lovers of my work and the community that I had surrounded myself with was like, you have to push this. And I think if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I was the issue. I was the problem. I was like, it's a hobby. Well, started out as a hobby.
Yes.
I did not think that it would get to that extent. And looking at how I started, it wasn't your traditional way of being a poet. Understanding this was around 2010, 2012, where you literally have certain spots in Jersey where people go and perform, where your certain poets go and perform. Poets are writing books, poets are there in the market theatre, but all I have is just my phone and my data, and I'm just posting. And that's what I do. So it was different. It was hard for certain people to even see it as poetry, which is why to this day I think my success, I owe my success to that. That when you listen to my stuff, you remember with no man. But it's more of a conversation as opposed to how I literally started out with your metaphors, your rhymes, and your whatever. So no, I was the biggest issue.
Yes. So it wasn't the stuff that I mentioned, it was you.
Yeah.
Now I want to make a follow-up question to that. How did you overcome yourself?
Every day I'm learning to overcome myself. I think the mind is a crazy thing. And if you don't know how to channel your mind or how to quiet your mind, you can literally lose yourself. You can lose a lot of things just because of your mind. There are many tables and many setups that I have been called to. But I would sit there and I'm like, but I'm not qualified for this. And you know what I do? I just tuck myself in bed and I'm like, I'm not qualified to be there. But then it goes back to God not calling the qualified, but qualifying the called. Because I remember this one time with this poetry thing that I was doing with my first Facebook account. So I'd write some stuff. A big advertising agency in South Africa hit me up and they're like, hey, you should actually try a copywriting. Can you please come through to our offices? I am there with Jonah's complex. I'm like, why me? First of all, I don't have the qualification for this. And obviously with that, we can read your energy. We can read maybe some bombard. And this guy's like, listen, I did not study for this, but look at me. This is my company. And I think with your mind and your words, you can definitely do this. Nomonde was like, I thank you for the opportunity. I would rather go be a cashier. Thank you so much. Because I am not ready. I don't see myself there. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I had to learn to tell my mind, was it ready or not, I'm going in. Because it's like that, if we listen to our minds.
Yes. No, thank you for that, man. Concerning what you said, you said to me earlier on, it wasn't much about it wasn't external, this non-belief stuff. It was within you, right?
Yeah.
So which leads me to my next question, right? How important is it to be surrounded by the right type of people, because it seems like this is exactly what happened with you.
True.
Right? And it wasn't just they were doing you a favor, but it was based off you had good work.
Yeah.
Right? But not a lot of people are lucky to have those types of people around them. But how important is it to watch your surroundings also?
It is,
Because it does help.
It is very much important because when we say it takes a village, we literally look at it in terms of no mang nomntwana umakhelwane uzomkhulisa. But when we say a village, we can also refer to it takes a community. You can step out of the house looking gorgeous, but you don't feel that way. But if 5 people consecutively tell you that you look gorgeous, now we're so actually maybe, So
Self-esteem,
it is very much important, but it starts with you. Should you not have those people telling you that, so you're not gonna feel that way. So it helped me to view myself in a different light, that I'm taking in what they're saying, yes, but it starts with me. I have to know, because I will always be seeking that validation. And if I don't get it, I'm going to crash out. I'm not going to succeed without these people. But it is very much important to have an amazing community and destiny helpers, and to pray for discernment and to be like, God, let me see the people that are meant to be in my life, because other people can suck the life out of you without you being aware. So it is very much important to have incredible people around you.
No, thank you for that, man. Ma'am, you know what this show is about. This show is about, sharing our adversities, our struggles, as well as we are sharing our triumphs and victories, right? There's so many people who go through a lot. There's another young Nomonde who is still stuck in that non-belief in herself, right? Yes. So it helps to hear their heroes, to say, I've been there, done that, and this is how I came out of it, right? So with that being said, right now we see the glory. Spono Nomonde with a huge following. I've seen some of your clips on TV shows and what.
Yeah.
And man, so we see the glory now, but we don't know the story.
Yeah.
And I believe that everyone has got the story, especially someone who is successful. There's no way you're just going to jump right into it, right? So I would like you to take time and share some of your lowest moments. What does humble beginnings look like for you? What were the trials and tribulations that you had to go through? Just feel free. Anything, even if it's in your profession or even in your personal life. Because there's so many, the thing is, ma'am, we are born with the gifts. But the problem is now we are born into this world, and then there's external things that happen that can hinder this gift from coming out.
Yeah.
Yes, yours has managed to come out, but I'm sure there were little things that were in the way and you had to overcome.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Well, there's quite a lot. But looking back at them now, I'm realizing that if they did not happen, I wasn't going to be here today. Excuse me. And I think one of the greatest ones was losing my mother, a week before my matric year. And that for me was like, this is crazy, because understand, I was a very shy child. I was a child who could not communicate. And that's another thing. God has a twisted sense
Steve
of
Harvey,
humor.
and I've heard this thing from Steve Harvey. I used to have a starter problem.
Yeah.
But now I'm on TV.
I was a shy child. I was never assertive. Still have problems with that. And now my mom passes on, and this is the one person that knows how to speak up for me. So she knew, she doesn't want this type of ice cream, she wants this type of ice cream. I was such a shy child to a point where if ever I am walking on the street, I'll try to walk very quickly. If I'm not going to greet you, because I'm thinking if I greet you, it means that I'm saying notice me.
Yes.
So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to walk by very fast. And then eventually, when this career started taking off, I realized that God's twisted sense of humor was like, I'm going to put you right where you did not want to be. You are going to need the community. You are going to need these people in your life. You need a crowd.
You need it.
And now you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid. You are going to be the voice of these people. You are going to share your story, and you are going to be that voice.
Put you in the discomfort.
Yes.
Sorry, I just wanted to say, put you in the discomfort. Yes.
And you have to be comfortable with the discomfort. And as Nomonde, I'm still unable to express myself. But as a Sky, I am.
You want Sasha Fierce?
Yeah.
Alter ego, what? Wow.
As this guy I am. So that was like a crazy moment for me where I realized that, okay, had my mother been alive, I don't think I would have taken this career path. If anything, I would have taken advantage of the fact that I do have someone on Kulumelayo. I don't need to speak up, and I don't need the next person. She's all the people I need in my life. So God was like, Nyamsusa, you are now going to stand and you are going to seek the community to care for you, to love you, and to be there for you.
Sure. You know what you just said? I can relate to it in terms of God can even remove someone. Not to say it's a nice thing when your parent passes on.
Yeah.
Because there's only one parent that I've always known, which is my mother. Never knew my father. But the funny thing is I always tell my wife that I don't think I would have been Anele if my mom was still alive. I'm not sure. Plus, Nila's born me.
Yeah.
Noktefa ukhona somewhere in the blood. So him removing her, I can say so many things about that, but I can relate to what you are saying. You tend to come out of your shell from the back to the front. Now the spotlight is on you. You cannot run away.
You can't.
Yes. So I can relate to that. So when you lose maybe a parent or a loved one, someone who normally speaks up for you, stands up for you, it's sometimes a blessing in disguise. That's what I want to encourage our viewers with. Sometimes I can relate to that totally.
Yeah.
Right? No, thank you for that. But anything else you want to share? Or that's it?
No,
about it?
That was the lowest.
Yes.
Many one of my low moments, but that one was just that one was just crazy.
Thank you for that, man. I did say in the beginning, God brought us in this world for a purpose and gave us gifts to fulfill that purpose. But most people, as is Nomonde, don't discover their purpose and don't find their calling, right? Why are people afraid or not willing to explore their gifts? And what is the importance of following your dreams? Now you speak as someone who has done it, been there, done that. What can you advise our viewers? How can you encourage them to, yes, it's good to have a job. Most of us have jobs.
Yeah.
But I also have decided to tap into my speaking gift because I know I like to uplift people and speak life into people. And then how did I do that? And say, okay, I'm going to use my life story to use my gift and deliver to you, right? But I still have a 9-to-5 also. You can do that. It doesn't mean quit. Don't have a 9-to-5, but you can do both.
Yeah.
But most of us are not even willing to try. We're just concerned about the bills. That's it, which are killing us.
They are.
So how can we, me and you, encourage people to tap into that power? Because that's where everything lies.
I think more than anything, it's the system. The system was designed to make you forget. The system was designed to make you forget the conversations you had with, say, maybe the universe or God, whoever you believe in before you tapped into this body. Because I really believe in that. I really believe that I sat down with God and I was like, this is the life that I want. And God was like, the minute you drop into your body, you're going to forget what you said to me. And the point of you living this life and going through all these trials and tribulations as you are nearing the end of this life is for you to be as close to remembering as possible. So that's what made me decide to say I don't have anything, I don't have much, but the only thing that I have is this thing. Let me bet on it. Let me see what can happen. And there's a joy in just doing what you love, even if it's a hobby. There's a joy in satisfying the inner child, the inner you. So my advice to people would be, do something that will make 5-year-old you look at you in awe, like, oh, wow. Do something that would make 5-year-old you feel like, I want to be this person when I grow up. Do something that would make your inner child high-five you and be like, you did it. So you made it. So while you were screaming about going to creche, you finally got to that position where you are this person that you are today. And that's what keeps me going. I'm not doing it for anyone else except that little kid that was brought onto this earth, that little kid that still has to remember who they are.
Wow, that's beautiful, ma'am. And I want to follow up to what you said, the system. The system, the way it's created, right? It's more like to scare us away from this, right? To detach us from the mission that we were sent here for.
Yeah.
And this is one of the main things that they did to us. They told us, education is the key to success. the moment you are saying something is key, you are saying, once I get that diploma or that qualification, degree, whatever, there's a guaranteed job
Yes.
on the other side waiting for you. If you can just do this, don't worry, we'll
You're
sort you
there.
out. You are
Yeah.
sorted. That's what it means when you say something is key to something.
Yeah.
But now, we live in South Africa. We're from South Africa,
Yeah.
me and you. We have a high unemployment rate crisis in South Africa. There's so many graduates that are sitting at home.
Yeah.
What does that tell you, ma'am? Logic. That is not true, that statement.
Yeah.
That is not true, right? And even in the Bible mentions a vision and the purpose, not education. We are not disregarding the education.
Yeah.
It's also important. But you go to school, you find yourself a qala, and then you go to school to study something that enhances this thing. Messi, yes, was not this Messi when he was 11 years old.
Yeah.
Right? There was a gift, but he had to be coached. So I would like to encourage the graduates who are sitting at home, because the Bible, it says the man without a vision or the purpose or the dream for that matter shall perish, not the education. The education is just a byproduct of something.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and it also says the gift will make room for you,
Yes.
the one that you explored. And it will put you in front of kings and great men.
True.
My sister. So that's what I wanted to add. I don't know if you want to add something to that.
Excuse me. With that, I would add that the gift will definitely make room for you. And it goes back to what I was saying, that I was called to certain interviews, but because I feel like, no, I'm not qualified, rooms have been made. But it's also about you being ready to sit in those rooms and say, you know what, I am worthy. And I think in due time, it's more about us overturning the system, because we are tired. We are seeing that you can't be telling me to go to school. When these people graduate, they're not even happy or excited anymore. Because now it's like, back to reality. Uzohlala nathi ka sithini esingafundanga. And then now sizokuhleka boyaphi umntwana yabona ngabe usale wahlala nathi, you understand. Now their mentality changes and their mindset changes, and the kids that are just now done with matric, they're like, but what's the point of me going to study if I'm still going to come back and suffer? But we have to just keep the faith alive that, okay, just have this paper, no one can take it away from you. Even if you may sit and be unemployed, but no one can take this paper away from you. And it's okay to start small. It very much is okay, as much as, yes, you study to be in IT or whatever the case is, but whatever job you can land, go ahead and do it. But at this point in time in South Africa, there's not even a whatever job you can land. We don't even have that. Back in the day, we used to have those jobs that were like, no, it's okay, ngena.
Alternative.
Yeah, bon.
Yes.
Now
This is
we,
what I
we
want, but
really,
back up. Nyana.
now we really, really do not have. So it's all just faith.
And
That's
I
all we
think it's a
have.
blessing in disguise for you maybe to take our advice. We don't say we know everything.
No.
But maybe it's, you see, you got to see a positive in a negative sometimes.
True.
Sometimes God forces you,
Yeah.
right? To whom this thing is happening to. Maybe this is a wake-up call to say, no, mtanam, it's time.
It's okay.
Yes.
Uzofika.
Yes.
Uzofika.
Sure. So another thing is, a year ago in an ENCA interview, right? ETV, right? You promised us a book and an audio compilation of your work. How far are you with those things? I mean, I've got the receipts. I go. I'm not sure I did some research somewhere, somehow.
For the first time, I'll be comfortable enough to disclose my book and audiobook
Yeah,
issue.
what?
Because it's not the first time. And I promise these things so that naminya pushe.
Yes, put pressure on yourself.
It's a matter of being a perfectionist. Yeah, I understand. You're so much of a perfectionist that you cripple yourself. Because now I'm thinking, the way if I can't see it happening that way, angiqali nokuqala. Yeah, I understand. It's like, I really want it to be this way, but if it's not going to be like that, I can't. I exhaust myself mentally before I even begin the entire process. It's a matter of, okay, so who do I go to? Who do I talk to? What must happen? It's like, if I can't see that, I'm not going to move. But more than anything, I am happy to say that we are moving. Okay, we are moving. In terms of the due date, I will not say. You know, I'm gonna pretend I'm a pregnant woman. You know how pregnant women are like,
Yes.
I need to show good thing how many months we are protecting the birth of the child. So I am protecting.
But there's something in the
There
works.
is something in the
There's
works.
definitely something in the
There
works
is.
this time around.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
man. No, we can't wait to get that. I want to ask also, how important is it to set high standards for yourself, irrespective of where you come from? Forgetting your circumstances, forgetting where you were born. Just like me, I was born into poverty and other things that I didn't like, right? But the things that I wanted, nice big house, big car, and all these things, I built nice clothes, right? I had to have some sort of mindset that was opposite to what I was born into, what I saw when I was young, right? But that happened because I had these high standards. Doesn't matter what I'm surrounded with, but I had this thing, man. I couldn't even explain it then. It was even vague at that point. It was not that clear. But how important is it to have those high standards, high expectations of yourself, man, as a person, Jay?
It is very much important to have high standards and high expectations, because what you need to understand is that the universe is not on a budget. You know, whatever it is you want, you can achieve. You must not be now limited by the present. Just because I'm only 10,000 right now and my bank account is sitting at -1 rand, it shouldn't be an issue. 10,000 ngizoyithola. You know, you must have that faith that scares you also to a point where you're like, maybe I'm losing my mind. But you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get this. I'm going to get it. I'm in a 4-room house, but I'm dreaming of having an incredibly big house. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know that it will happen for me, because who am I not to deserve that? You know, where I come from does not determine where I'm going, but it is very much important to be as highly delusional as possible.
You have to be delusional.
You have to. And you have to live as that person that's already achieved such things. You get what I'm saying? You don't walk with the poverty
mindset or the body language, how you speak also.
You don't. You understand? Not going impahla zakudala fele, but ziklinzi I need. Baze bakutshele kasi wena uyazitshela. Yeah, vele. Khona la ngifuna ukuya khona. And just because I'm here does not mean I see it. But before can knife ngisi papa, I'm imagining the high life, the proper life. You have to be delusional. That is the only way. And there's a tweet that I saw a couple of days ago where they were like, the reason why you want something so bad is because future you already has it. You know, something inside you is familiar with it. Future you is already there experiencing it. And it's up to you and the mindset you will have now. Will I leap into that quantum space of having achieved this? Or will I sit here and forever dream? But it is very much important to be delusional.
And I believe that, you know, that big idea that is freaking you out, it's from God. And God will never put ideas in your mind that he knows that you won't have it.
True.
Because he's been into your future.
Yes.
He's done. He doesn't start until he's finished with you.
Yeah.
Right? So he finishes with you and then he starts you. So he's been there where you're supposed to be going. Then he comes back and say, Anele, now walk into it.
Yes.
Right? So he starts to give you these small ideas. But now I think our people, their problem is, going back to what I said, then they get this revelation, small revelations from God that, hey man, this is what I have for you. This is what... And it's not going to make sense, guys.
It never does.
That's why it's going to freak you out.
It's too big.
His ways are not our ways.
No.
He's not of this world. Remember, that's why he keeps reminding you, don't forget where you come from.
Yeah.
Where there's big things popping, right? So here there's limitations, but where we are, there's abundance.
Everything.
So what I'm requesting to our audience is, when you get that revelation, Anele, you saw this big house, do not focus on your circumstances. Stay in this bubble in your mind. Be delusional. And then you're going to get there.
Don't focus on the how.
Don't
because that's what keeps us out. Yeah, when how? Because I'm like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to achieve this? How am I going to be this person? Or what do you mean? And it's like, no, I got you.
The budget that I got you, the budget comes from the person who gave you the dream, the ideas, all these visions.
True.
He has to see it through. And thank you for that, ma'am.
All you have to do is believe.
All you have to do, when you keep coming with the gems. All you have to do, now the connection, what he wants to see is you believing, regardless of what is in front of you externally. He just wants you to believe, ne?
True.
That's your big deal with God,
That's it.
basically.
When I call, na.
Yes, and take steps towards this thing that you want.
Yeah.
Wow. We can talk the whole day about that one, guys. Now, I want to go to mental health. Since it's a serious issue nowadays, you know, and I want to know, because we all go through dark times. Sometimes things don't work out. We lose certain things. Sometimes we lose money. Sometimes you lose opportunities that you thought maybe you should have gotten, whatever the case. I just want to know, how do you deal with those dark phases or challenging seasons in your life?
I sleep. I have learned to sleep. No, I don't want to lie. I have learned to sleep because for the biggest part of my life,
Yes,
I think the first time I came across, I call it a spirit because there's nothing else I can, identify it as. But the first time I came across the spirit of suicide was when I was in grade 7.
The spirit of suicide.
Suicide.
Aibo.
So now I want to off myself. I'm in grade 7. I haven't even gotten into that year where I start venturing into poetry or writing. I'm young. Help me understand. No, let me tell you why I want to kill myself. I want to kill myself.
I want to know, yes.
It was a sweet thing for me. But it was sad had it happened. So I want to kill myself because my mom is unable to pay for my school fees. And my mom is in debt in terms of like clothes. She's trying to make sure this is raising me alone. And she's trying to make sure I do not go without. And I'm like, I'm seeing how she's very much in debt and it's all because of me. And I'm her only child.
Wow.
But I'm like, if I kill myself, my mom will be freed.
Relieved.
I mean, imagine. When I look back at it now, I'm like,
Grade 7.
God, she would have been devastated. Like it would have destroyed her. Luckily, it didn't work out. But I was sick. And I understand I'm from Egas.
What do you mean it didn't work out? What did you do? Did you attempt to do something?
Yes.
No, you actually did something.
Yes.
What did you do? Sis Nomonde?
Look,
I thought it was just a thought.
No.
Also, what did you do?
I red poison.
Aye, Nomonde.
Sprinkled it on bread. And I chewed the bread. I will never forget the sensation of the red poison as my teeth was crushing it, and the taste was horrible. And I wanted to come back. Then I chilled a bit. And luckily, I didn't write a suicide note. Then I chill a bit. Then it starts affecting my eyes. My eyes are vibrating. Now I start praying. I'm like, God,
I'm not laughing.
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, oh shit.
You are by yourself in the house at this point.
By myself in the house. My mom comes back. She had went to visit her sister. She comes back. She finds me lying on the floor. I am vomiting. I am seeing fireworks. She's like, what happened? I can't tell her because first of all, uzongishaya ngiloko ngishona azuzoshona wazi. Uzongena ebhokisini wazi ukuthi ngikushayile. Ngithumela kuNkulunkulu wazi. Ngathi I'm not telling her. Ngathi mina angazi. She was like, should I call an ambulance? I'm like, yes. And I understand I wasn't a sickly child. I'm like, please call an ambulance. She didn't call an ambulance because my mom will call and she's trying to understand Wednesday. I only left you for a couple of hours. What happened? What did you eat? Wow. Yo, I vomited for like a good 3 days. Luckily, God heard me as I apologized in between the, realizing. So I don't want to die like this, actually.
Yeah, shame,
and then, I was okay. Then my second suicide attempt was when I was 17.
That's
what I'm saying, that this thing is a spirit. Like, it's a thing you would see. Yeah, I understand. So it comes back again, and this time it happens when my mom is ill. And I'm looking at her and I'm realizing that I don't think she's going to make it. And I don't want to live in a world without her. So let me die first. Reasoning wami better.
I want nothing to do with this.
Painkillers, a concoction of painkillers. A concoction of painkillers. So I had never experienced being high. So now I am high and I'm like, oh, flip. These pills have gotten me to lose my mind. I am calling everyone in the family. I'm like, yo, please come through. I'm not okay.
Fun. It's just that the way you're telling it.
So people are coming through because my mom is ill, so they think something's wrong with her. So now they think I'm going through a psychotic episode because I'm taking care of my ill mom. And still I can't disclose. Luckily that didn't work out. But this spirit stayed in terms of now it doesn't come to me during hard times. It comes to me during moments where it's like, Ish, you're at peace now. You're happy now. How's about you leave now?
Haibo.
I'm telling you.
No, that's weird.
It is. So now that's why I'm saying there's a piece of mine that actually talks about mental health issues and how people will be like, this person struggled with suicidal thoughts. Sometimes it's not even a struggle.
It doesn't have to be a problematic situation.
No, it doesn't. You're just
That's
chilling
weird
there.
now.
Yeah, you're just chilling there and it's like, you know what? You're a bit tired. Ethna, you know, bora sometimes and you're like, let's go. And you have to find ways to keep busy, which is why I'm like, I literally force myself to sleep. Because it's like a nice whisper now. It's not a fight. It's a gorgeous whisper. And it's like, hey, I can walk you into peace. Let's go. And it's like, but what is this? So that's why I'm saying it's literally a spirit that stays with you. Had I not learned to flirt with it when I was in grade 7, I don't think it would have still continued. But because I have the voice to speak about it, I am able to heal other people that may have these thoughts that are going through their head, you know, to say, listen, it's not a bad thing. It's not something you did wish upon yourself, but do not be afraid to seek help. Do not be afraid to pick up the phone and be like, hey, you know, and as Black people, therapy, especially when I was we
think we are weak.
yeah, therapist now is going to tell me, it's just going to agree. I hear you. I want solutions. I want you to tell me how to better my life, and there's no way that I can. Only I can do that. But most of the time, it's not much of a struggle.
I want to follow up on this thing of it can creep on you even if things are going well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a word for this to describe this, but I want to ask maybe, doesn't that have something to do with you feeling, because you've made progression in your life,
Yes.
right? At that point in time, things are going well,
Yeah.
but here's the spirit coming back.
Yeah.
Doesn't that have something to do maybe with, I don't deserve this?
No. It definitely does say I do deserve this. It just has a limiting belief to it that says, I don't think you can go any further than this.
Oh.
Yeah, you've achieved so much. And Mautapega, it's not really much compared to what you are yet to achieve. But because there's a limiting belief, Yoguchi, I didn't think initially that I would be here, but here I am. How is it going to be possible for me to think any further? Oh, now that I'm here, I can actually go to bigger, better. And it's like, nah, as hambik se se
Haile spirit ngiyasa.
So you have to literally you have to speak life into yourself, you know,
and seek help if you can't even do that.
Yeah.
Taking your life is not a solution.
It's not.
It's never a solution.
It's not.
Regardless of whatever you're going through.
It's not. But understand that at that point in time when that person is going through this, I'm not seeing any other way. Yeah, I understand. I'm not seeing any other way. So it's not something that I take lightly, which, somebody took their life and I'm like, they're so selfish. For the first time in their lives, they were not being selfish. They were finally deciding for themselves what works out for them. Wow. Yeah, I understand. How am I being selfish? Because I might just be a burden, you know? So talking really does help. But it's a crazy thing that we are yet to conquer and move over, especially as Abodaki.
Sure. Okay, let's move on, man, because I would like to spend more time to these things.
Yeah.
Because of your answers, right? But we have to keep going. Here I say, God says, seek first the kingdom of God.
Yes.
And his righteousness. Then everything that you desire, anele, shall be added to you. Let's maybe first educate or just share our little understanding of what is the kingdom of God according to you, to your understanding, right? First of all, let's do that. How do you understand this? Because this thing clearly is a priority to God. Seek first my kingdom first. And then everything else shall be added to you. And my righteousness. Don't worry, then you are covered.
Yeah.
Everything else you want is a byproduct of this kingdom thing.
Yeah.
So what is your understanding as you live your life of this kingdom of God? That's number one. Number two, what does he mean by my righteousness? You understand? Yes. What is your understanding?
So my understanding of the kingdom of God. Now, here's the thing about me.
Yes, ma'am.
I take certain parts of the Bible that I feel work out for me.
Yes.
But overall, my understanding of God is not this man sitting on a big chair concerned about the weird things I do and stuff like that. My God that breathed life into me, that created me, wanted to experience uba poet yasethembisa, that makes people feel some type of way. You know? My God has a sense of humor. My God claps hands. You know, my God is like, yeah, well done. Great show. I always believe that I am performing for something bigger than me, and this being is watching it all unfold. So if I restrict myself from, say, maybe making certain mistakes or doing certain things, my God is sitting there like, so seeking first the kingdom of God for me is seeking ngaphakathi where God is. If God is the one that breathed life into me, if God said, let there be a Nomonde sky, seeking first the kingdom is going within. And that means being silent. That means silencing the world. That means silencing every idea that everyone has of me. I am now seeking myself, my true self, that hidden little light. You know, in primary when they were like, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. That little light that is within, that little spark. And this is what I'm seeking, to now take it and put it as a lamp on top of a table and say, this is my God. And that for me is what his righteous would be.
The kingdom of God. No, I'm not going to let you get away with it. That is, you just described the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
But if I can summarize it, what you've just said, you become the extension of him.
Yes.
Ne? He wants to reveal himself through you as a poet
Yes.
and entertain this world.
Yes.
Right? That's what you are saying. Now, that was the kingdom of God. Now, the righteousness. Let's get to the righteousness part.
The righteousness for me would be to be living in the truth of what God said I would be. What God said I would be and what God said you would be are not going to be the same.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. So this is my path. This is what I am supposed to do. All the mistakes and all the flaws and everything else that I have done is what will now make me the being that God is able to look at and be like, yes, you have found my kingdom and you are worthy of my righteousness, which would be that peace of mind, that being in completion with myself. Because most of the time we live and you feel like, but once I look within and I feel like I am living the life that God said, that God wrote me as to having to live, then everything is good.
It's good. So how important is it to have a relationship with him? Because some people feel like they can do this life thing by themselves. And sometimes, seemingly, things are going well. Because I said, now the reason I live in the house I live in, the car, the clothes, the life, the quality of life that I have, is because of God. But another person has the same things, materialistic things, right? And say, oh, Nanela, I did it by myself. My PhD, my degree, has done this for me.
Yeah.
I want to say something, but I want you to answer. I want to say first, do you know that you can do I want to phrase this correctly. You can have those things, but do you know that you can do a wrong thing the right way? You can do the wrong thing the right way.
Yeah.
Yes. You have the same things. Okay, the drug dealer has a mansion and all these nice cars.
Yeah.
But how he went about it, was it right?
No, it wasn't.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. But what my original question to you was, how important is it to have a relationship with him? Yes.
It is very much important to have a relationship with God. And again, it goes back to how I had described my God, you know. For me, God is source. God is where I download all these poems. God is literally this big blanket that cut a corner of itself and said, okay, you go down and live and be this being. And should my spirit detach from my body, I will go back to being this blanket and I will remember the conversations I had before. So it is very much important to have a relationship with God, but at the same time, with regards to the second part of your question, where you said you can't do the wrong thing the right way.
Yes.
And a person can say, I did this because of my PhD. I think every person that succeeds, whether they believe in God or they don't, they do have faith.
They believe in something.
They believe in something. All of us. Even me believing that God doesn't exist, I believe in God not existing. So whatever it is that you believe in, I can take this microphone and say, this microphone is my God.
right.
If I believe in this microphone,
right.
it will definitely do the most for me. So whatever or whomsoever God is to the next person, believe. And that's it. It's faith.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that, my sister. They say, he who finds a wife, they're talking to us now about that is,
Yeah.
finds a good thing and a favor from the Lord. I'm just going to go quick because of time. But even you, ladies, you also have a responsibility, right? Important decision to choose the right partner who's going to lead your home. You have that responsibility also. Just because there is shows up and then decides, ne? You must also decide, do you really, what kind of partner do you look for? And what do you look for in a partner as a lady? Yes. By the way, where are we with that? Where are we with the Nchebe?
Hey,
Okay, answer the question, sorry.
I mean, most of the time with me, if anybody wants to know what's going on, just listen to my poetry. Sana wasawubona putting yathemba uyaphila manje ufila kanjani mangangifoneli the whole day. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I think also it goes back to the conversations I had with God before dropping into this body while being called into this gift, that I had to make a decision, either a good career or an amazing relationship. And I had to choose one. And I think I chose a good career. Because the men I am getting are just lessons. They are lessons. I can date a person for years and the only thing that can come out of that relationship is 59 poems. So would we say that would we say that I lost? No, I didn't. That person gave me something more valuable than the flowers that I seek on my birthday, than the calls that I wish to have with this person. So I've gotten to a point where I'm like, if I love, I love. And I'm not all right, you know, because there are certain men that I have hurt, which did not deserve that. And I'm like, I had in my chance, I'd like to apologize.
In that voice.
But yeah, no, relationships, nah.
No, but we're going to get there.
Nah, I'm good.
No, you cannot write yourself off.
And I'm good.
For now, okay, take a break then. No, but I don't want you to write yourself off.
I think you get to a point in your life where you finally understand yourself. If you are not the problem, someone else is. And the right people, like I said, I have hurt. So I don't want to be in that situation anymore where umntana bantu has to heal from me. You know, and understand that I'm going to be bigger than I am now. Now they have to see me on TV. They have to switch off their TV because here's this girl that broke my heart. So I'm now trying to I can't.
Yeah, for now, I'm not in Luisa Lepacho looking at you. You seem like you want to write yourself. No. You're a beautiful lady. The lucky guy would like to have you.
Yeah, the problem is that the lucky guy might be lucky Ganti, and luckily I might break him.
Man, wait,
Okay,
man,
fine. Okay. I receive.
Yes, please receive it and move on. I need to say phase. Don't allow that spirit. You see that spirit of don't we are talking about.
Yeah.
Now there's another spirit creeping
That's
in.
a problem. We are
Don't do
diagnosing
that. I will
spirits
not.
today.
Yes, exactly. I won't allow you. Now I want to say. So basically, what you just said there. These men were lessons, and then 100 poems came out of these lessons. So your poetry is basically about your lived experiences. That's what you're telling me.
90% of the time, yes.
Wow.
90%.
That's why it has such a personal feel, personal touch.
Ngisanokukhala sometimes manje ukhalela kanti hayi ngicabanga uThabiso that broke my heart last week. I am not okay.
Tabiso, why Tabiso?
Yeah, so 90% of them definitely are. They are.
And you get your best poems from pain or joyous stuff. Your best poem, your best. Is it from a painful experience, the lack, or the progression, thriving stuff, joyous stuff? Where does your best poem
I
come
hardly
from?
have any joyous stuff. I think about it, Sergio. I'm sure there's someone that's watching me and is like, I hope someone is gonna love her, right? So
One
that she
day,
can finally tell
we
us
need
about
to have
butterflies
a
and
savior
sunflowers.
who's
Oh
going to
my goodness. Yes, that's going to But yeah, it's mostly the sad stuff, and I think it goes back to us as a community. They love the sad stuff because they too are going through that. So what I always say to my fans is that and lovers of my work is that I'm only probably going to be in a proper relationship once a majority of you guys are there. You can understand
I
because
get
I
you.
have to give you what you are. It's a channeled thing, so you are
You are
probably
serving them, remember?
Yes, you are probably messing up my relationships because I hope Nomonde can write about ungabhejwa. Yabo namanje angisabhejwa, now I have to give you something that's gonna, So I think it's more about a movement, and we'll all as a collective get to a point where we're like, esgesakhala young, but now here we are, and we are in a better and proper space, and we don't have to cry anymore.
And this is one thing that I want to teach our people. Most of the time, or half of the time, God uses pain. So the pain you are talking about is not a bad thing. How I started this podcast, my story is full of pain that I overcame. Now I'm able to manage it.
Yeah.
But God decides to use me to say, I need to start a podcast like this. Nomonde, become this vessel and talk through poetry. You talk about this pain that you're going through.
Yeah.
Funny enough, there's a million of people who are going through the similar thing.
Yes.
So pain, God works through that pain. It's not a bad thing when you're going through something. It's a lesson. Once you overcome it, it's a lesson for someone else.
It definitely is. And in my healing the world, I'm also healing. I also look back at my stuff and I'm like, wow, is that what I was saying?
You are meant to be a healer.
And then we are able to move forward. Sibaning. We're able to like, oh, remember 2025 Beskala. No, this year's Sakal.
Yes. I won't be able to go through all the questions, ma'am, but we're having a great conversation here, and I thank you for that. But I want to know, it's going to be unfair if I don't ask you this question. I want to jump straight into it. After everything you've been through, the spirit of suicide. That one's still haunting me.
Don't let it.
Okay. That's why I'm going to uswazi. That's why
Don't let it. Don't
So
let it.
think of all the things you've been through, good and bad. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Put them in the box, shake it up, and tell me, what are you proud of so far? Because you are still young, right? Fairly young. You are still going. You're going to be bigger than this. You just said that. But up to this point, let's take a break now and pat yourself on the back. I was jelly when you do that. I'm giving you, Ace is giving you the permission to do this. Pat yourself on the back for a sec and say, but no more to pushile, yes. Pushile. What are you proud of so far? Considered everything you've been through, good or bad.
Now you're gonna make me cry. How?
From nothing to something, baby. Let's get it.
I've never gotten a chance to sit down with myself and be like, yo.
Exactly.
So now that she's saying this and I'm just reflecting and
Please
it's like,
Please do.
Where's the tissue? I'm already.
Don't worry, we'll get it. Don't worry, we're not
So I haven't really been able to be like, thank you for making it and
yes, ma'am.
thank you for fighting. There's a lot of things that I dreamt of that have been ticked off.
Yes, ma'am.
And I never really got a chance to be like, thank you,
Yes.
for being here.
Yes.
And in his own thing, I had a foundation that is now.
Don't worry. Don't let her find you. Cosmetics, don't. I want you to keep going. Go into that person. Go
So
into that.
I haven't thanked myself for just being,
Thank you, my brother.
for just existing and for waking up each day. And no matter how hard things may be, I'm like, Guzolong, for being here, for living. Yeah, I think that's something I definitely would like to thank myself for.
Wow. Mom is still around. Sorry, forgive me if I missed out on something. Mom is still around, right?
She passed on.
She passed on. When did she pass on? Sorry if you
A
mentioned.
week before my matric year.
Oh, sorry. Maybe I'm sure you mentioned it, but I lost focus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you have relatives, abo ragadi, abo malume, like elders of the family who are, yes, that you report to, right? They're still there.
Yeah.
How are they feeling about you when they see you still progressing, making things happen?
It goes back to what you asked me in terms of how important it is to have a community. That,
Yes.
So these people are beings that are not phased by this. They're like, vele besides, So it was always a me thing, like I said. So to them, Yeah, all sky. You know, they know. But at the end of the day, Nomonde, you know, Nomo to us, and that's that. But we always knew that you'd be here.
You are that girl.
It's not much of a shock. They're like,
They are
we
proud
saw
of
you on
you.
TV.
That's
Yeah.
what I want to know.
Yeah.
They are proud of you.
Very.
Wow.
And they're like,
and inspired by you also.
facts.
Yes. So I want to know maybe last words of encouragement to someone who hasn't gotten their breakthrough yet, Sky, just yet, and they're about to give up. You know how tough it can be. We've been talking about this.
Yeah.
And attacks become greater when that thing is around the corner.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you just give them, some words of uplifting, man?
Some words of
Yes.
encouragement.
Yes, encouragement.
To that person that's about to give up, I would like to say that just rest. I know that it gets heavy. I know that the burden is too much and you don't have much you can do and you can't see a way out. But the best thing you can do is rest, and don't you ever give up on yourself. There is a spirit that knew that you are meant to be here. It might not be solely for you, but it can be for someone else. Your existence means something to someone, whether you know it or you don't. So you are important. You do have a chair in this auditorium that is alive. So keep at it, stay focused. But no matter what happens, if you are tired, just rest, whatever that means to you. But I'm not saying rest permanently. But come back, buya namandla mash. Yeah.
Thank you so much. A quick one. What does legacy mean to you? With everything that you have done, what does legacy and things that you're about to do? You said you're going to get bigger now, and you're Kolelo. We all believe that. We know that you're Sky.
Yeah.
What does legacy mean to you? Why are you doing this? How do you want us to remember you? Just in closing, one day.
How I want you to remember me is that I don't want you to ever forget me. I want there to always be a space in your mind for me, that such a person has been here, such a person was here.
Yes,
I want my work to live on for so long
and speak for itself.
that it heals future generations, beings I wasn't even talking to. I wanted to be that. I just want to live for you, the next person, the next generation. And
Wow, thank you so much, man. That was a great answer and a great episode. Firstly, man, thank you for being here. Just like I said, thank you for your wisdom. I don't take it for granted, and I hope our viewers are not taking it for granted, right? And I hope, guys, everything that is being said on this show, whether by me or our guest, you don't just get inspired like when you're watching the episode. Actually, you follow it up with action. Don't just say, hey, and then let it slide, let it fizzle out. We are here to just give you a spark to speak life into you so that you take action right the next day. All right, thank you so much. And with that being said, as usual, when you come to Tais's podcast, you don't leave empty-handed. Don't worry about the size.
Yes.
Yes, I couldn't find your size in the house. I was looking for the medium.
Okay.
You were medium or small, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't find. I'm going to look for it.
Okay.
This is just for the show. Right, I'm gonna give you the right size later on, right?
All right?
But this is what you get.
Thank you.
Usually when you come on the phone.
I cannot wait for winter.
Yes.
Yabona, in my relationships, dalang bachontshela amasweater. Kunjani makunje? Kunjani?
This one you don't have to steal.
No. This one is mine.
Look
Look at what your talent can do for you. You guys.
in the presence of great men and kings. It takes you places. You understand? Don't worry. It's size to the lungis. I'm being real. If you want real talk, you come to this podcast, guys.
Unless it's a thing you would have been manifesting your weight gain. Maybe this could be you.
How great, man. The way guys, we've run out of time, man. While we're having fun, time flies when you're having fun, right? But we've come to the end of our episode. Sis Nomonde, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. That was great. Guys, it's time for us to go now. From nothing to something, baby. Let's get it.